What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's going on, everybody? Well, yeah. Yesterday afternoon got a little bit eventful. I got here, hooked to my load. I'm here in Austell, and I hooked to my load while the trailer was not running, and the temperature was 82 degrees. So I got a truckload of Snickers, and it's at 82 degrees. Well, that's not good. So we had to, I went up there and I talked to the guards. The guards called somebody, and that they had to reload it onto a different trailer. Well, they had me bring a trailer around here and put it on the door. Well, the one I put on the door evidently had ants in it. So they moved it to a different trailer, which is this one right here. She said it's done. Okay, well, we gonna go with that. And this is where I spent the night, right here between them two trailers. I'm backed all the way up in there. Yep. And when I got up this morning, I seen this trailer was still sitting on the door. I was like, oh no, that ain't good. But then I looked at the number, I was like, wait, that ain't the same number. And then I seen why. Yep. Anyways, I'm getting hooked to this load. And let me get everything done here and I'll get back with y'all. Alright, folks. So now here we go. We got a load. Now we're gonna pull around here and where's my pressure gauge? Yeah, it looks perfect on the gauge, so we'll see what the paperwork says. Yeah, this ain't the trailer I put on the door. See, they had me the load I was picking up, the yard jockey had to put that one on the door. The one that had to be cross-loaded, he had to put that on the door. So they had me grab a different trailer and put on the door. And I put it on the door, and then I went right there where I showed y'all sleeping. I went there and went to bed. And got up this morning and seen this one sitting on the door. I'm like, well, that ain't the one I put on the door. So I was like, yep, let me go find my load. And I get over there, and that trailer's red tag says ants. I'm like, yeah, okay, well. Anywho, now we getting out of here. Yep. Alright, folks, it's getting daylight now. Yeah, that's what happens when you don't leave the yard till almost 6 o'clock. Oh well. I don't know what time they got finished with this last night, but I sat there for over an hour this morning because I seen this wasn't the trailer I put on the door. I'm like, well, and it was still on the door. So I guess they ain't done. I don't know. And then I finally said F it and went around there and asked the guard. She said, yeah, if it's on the door and it's got a green light, it's done. Go ahead and grab it. I said, oh, okay. Well, that hour that I sat there was wasted. Well, no, it wasn't wasted. I was watching YouTube. I was watching these HOA stories on YouTube. This one guy out in Austin, he's in the military and he's off in Afghanistan. And when he come back, some lady done took over his property because I guess in Texas, if there's some unused property and nobody is maintaining the property, somebody could come in there and take over it. And that's what she does. She took over the property and started building the subdivision on it. Well, on his part of the property, he had a dam, and they tried to block the dam off with concrete. Well, anyhow, make a long story short, because I watched it for over an hour. He opened the dams up and flooded that whole neighborhood, and they all went to court, and the HOA was in the wrong. Yeah. Anyhow, that was one of the stories. I just thought it was funny. They was talking about the HOA with her tennis suit on, riding around and thinking she could bully somebody. Yeah, how'd that work out for her? See, I ain't never lived in where there's a HOA. I don't want somebody to tell me what to do with my piece of property. Yeah. Anyhow, that's beside the point. Alright, well, we 4 miles from stopping down here. Alright, here we go, folks. Yeah. Alright. First thing first, I'm going to check the truck wash. Well, we'll see it before I make the turn there. And once I make the turn, I can't go to truck wash, so I got to make sure I look before I make the turn. Let's see. Anybody behind me? Any trucks over there? No trucks. Yeah, let's go. Are they closed? Blue Beacon don't ever close. It's like a truck stop. They don't ever close. Well, I was wrong. Because they are closed. That figures. That's just my damn luck. Well, we're going to go out this way. Alright. Anywho. Yes, it is what it is. At least they have that driveway there where I can get out of there. Yeah. I'll find somewhere to get her done. I don't know, maybe everybody's gonna be closed today. Who knows? Anywho. Put her on the scale. Ooh. Hey, folks, I'll get back with y'all. Well, that just takes the cake with everything I've had the last couple of days. The scale don't work. Oh. So we got to go across the street to the P-lot. I think I'm gonna go in here first and get, because they got code red on the machine in there. I'm gonna go in here and get that first. Yeah. And then I'll go to the P-lot and get my scale ticket. Alright, I'll get back with y'all. Alright. Now we got to go across the road and scale this load. Yeah. Well, you know, I was dying for that Chinese food. I did get my Chinese food yesterday after I dropped my load. I bobtailed down over there to the Chinese food place. And then when I got over to Austell, all that shit took place. But anyhow, when I finally stopped to eat, yeah, I still got a whole, I ate 2 of the chicken, because the chicken on a stick comes in 5 or 6. I still got 4 of them left. Still got over half the General Tso's chicken and over half the rice. Yeah, I didn't barely eat. I guess I starved myself to where I wasn't hungry no more. I don't know. But anywho, let's try this scale. Look, there's, well, that ain't officially my old truck, but that's what it looked like when I first got it. Well, it was a brighter red than that. That was that's like a blood red. Mine was like a viper red. More like that Kenworth sitting over there. Oh man, that's just torture. You walk in there and that whole store smells like Cinnabon. I'm like, y'all just ain't right. She's like, what do you mean? I said, I walked in here and all I smell is Cinnabon. She said, well, I'm doing my job. I said, yeah, because now I'm buying them because I smelled them. So needless to say, I got me some Cinnabon now. My weight's good. My total weight ain't but 70,000, so yeah, we good to go. Yep. Alright, folks. Right up here gonna be a scale, which they're gonna be closed this weekend. They're always closed. But that Alabama scale is probably gonna be open. I don't know. That Alabama scale is unpredictable. You never can tell. But anywho, I'm eating my Cinnabon, folks, and I'll get back with y'all. Yeah, wait, let's pass the scale first. Yeah, see here. They got the truck bypass sign. It's just staying up. It ain't even flashing. Normally it'll flash when they're open. That'll flash truck bypass or truck enter. That ain't even flashing, so they're closed. Alright, I'll get back with y'all. We're gonna be the state line. Yep. About a half a mile, not even a half a mile now. 3/10 of a mile away from it. Looks like the scale may be closed. I don't know though. You can't never tell with Alabama because they got the red. The sign could say open but still be red. It confuses the shit out of you. Because most places, if it's open, it's green. If it's closed, it's red. But yeah. Oh wait, that ain't even the scale sign. That's the rest area sign with a big orange sign on it. See there? That's what I seen. Thought it was a scale sign. Anywho. Alright. Welcome to Alabama, folks. Yep, we're in Alabama. Local time is 6:05 a.m. It is 71 degrees. Yep, 71 degrees. And we got 215 miles across Alabama. So let's go. Now I gotta stop in McCalla and get fuel. Hell, I still got over 3/4 tank, but I'll stop there and top everything off. I reckon. Yeah, those Cinnabons were good and fresh. The only reason I bought them because they were fresh. I knew they were freshly cooked, so they were still hot and they were good. But anywho, now we going in the Dragonfly zone in reverse, folks. Yep. It's all good. It shouldn't drag me too much. I mean, the load it's basically 8,000-9,000 pounds lighter than most of the loads. Well, in the grand scheme of things, 8,000-9,000 pounds ain't that much when you're talking about 80,000 pounds. So instead of being 80,000 or instead of being 78 to 79 like I normally am, I'm 70. But anywho, it is what it is. Yep. Let's go. Alright, here's the sign I was talking about right there, folks. See right there? That says closed, but it's green. That's what I'm talking about. Normally, when they say closed, it'll be lit up red. And when they're open, they're lit up green. But, yeah, whatever. Anyhow. They make damn sure nobody pulls in there when they're closed, too. They put barrels across and they got a fence. They don't want nobody parking in their scale house when they're closed. Huh. Okay. Well, anyhow. Yeah, I got that whole parking lot. I don't blame them though. These damn truck drivers out here nowadays. I pulled up to the truck stop a couple days ago, and there was a gallon jug of piss sitting right there on the concrete, right next to a trash can. Okay, you that sorry you couldn't reach an extra 3 inches and put it in a trash can where nobody else had to look at your jug of piss? I mean, come on. You could at least put it in the trash can. You didn't have to leave it out for everybody to see, but you know, that's That's why a lot of the Walmarts don't allow truck drivers in the Walmarts, because drivers be throwing their piss jugs and shit bags and everything out in the parking lot. And the Walmart over here in Mississippi, the last time I was there, the same thing. I got out the truck and there was a damn piss jug sitting right there on the sidewalk within 10 feet of a trash can. I'm like, you can't. It just amazes me. I just don't. I don't get it. But anyhow, it is what it is. I know one thing. I got a good lunch for today. Hell, that might be dinner. I don't know. Depending on how I feel here in a little bit, I might go. I don't know. I got a whole pile of Chinese food left in there with an egg roll. I'll put the egg roll in the air fryer and heat it back up. The rest of it I can throw in the microwave. Yep. Alright, I'll get back with y'all. There's Talladega, the speedway. You can see the grandstands from this side. Yep. Well, not anymore. But yeah, you can see the grandstands over there. Anywho. Never been to that race. Been to Daytona, the 4th of July race. Yeah, they just had a race down there. What they call it, the Firecracker 400 or whatever. Do they still do that? I don't even know. It's been so long since I watched NASCAR. But anywho, all right. Well, we got 33 miles. We'll be on 459, folks. Up here, a couple miles is where that truck went off there at the Coosa River, right at the end of the bridge. All right, yeah, right here was the last exit. I think 168, yeah. Or no, because they was getting everybody off at the 165. So yeah, we're about 3 miles from where, but traffic was backed up all the way to here. When I come through here yesterday, all this was backed up. But anywho, and right here is where they was making everybody exit. And where you go from there, I don't know. Well, I can see a road. You go to the right down there a couple miles and make a left. That's US 78. Yeah, that's probably where everybody was going. And that brings you back to 20, looks like. Yeah. But anywho, oh boy, yesterday was a long day, and then having to deal with that shit at the end of the day with the trailer being messed up. I mean, it was about an hour and a half after I got done that I had to deal with that extra shit. But it all worked out. Yep. Now this is the Coosa River. There's that little island I talked about. Right there. But anyhow, right here, where these cones are, that's where that truck went down. Yeah, he's still parts of it down there. But yeah, they still parts of it down there. They didn't get it all out. Anyway. back with you folks here in a little bit. Alright folks, 20 miles at 459. Oh my God, every time I go to record, somebody calls or sends me a message. But anyhow, yep, I'll get back with y'all. Alright folks, we're 1 mile from 459. Yep. We getting there. Oh boy. Anywho. And then from here we got like 25 miles or so to the fuel stop. Well. I mean, we could keep going straight, but I'm gonna go this way. Alright folks, well, we on 459, so I'll get back with y'all here in a bit. Alright folks, here we are getting back on I-20 right here. And we'll be exiting right here to get fuel. Yeah, I don't even have to go inside, I got plenty of drink and everything. Yeah. But I do want to shower, so I might, get fuel and go in and get a shower. I'm a little early for a 30-minute break. I'm 30 minutes early, but yeah, I ain't worried about that 30 minutes. Actually, I'm only 20 minutes early, so I'm not worried about that 20 minutes. Nope. Anywho, yeah, right here's the exit, folks. Yeah, I don't even merge over to get onto the highway because I'm exiting right here. So yeah, I'll get back with y'all when I get out of here. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Look at that truck. Stainless steel trailer. Painted frame. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, you see the name right there on the truck. The Joker. One big old stack. That's pretty sweet. And that is Hurricane. That's what they give you after 90 days. You can go pick your truck. I don't know about that though. Class on it. So that's the Pride and Class version. That's not the 389X. But they pretty similar. Yep. Yeah, look at the billet grill and all the extra lights he's got. All the extra lights on the bumper and the billet grill. That's one sweet ride. Now, you pull her out here and park. And yeah. And go in and get a shower. I was gonna ask him if it's true what they say after 90 days you can go pick your truck, but he's on the phone with somebody, so I ain't gonna bother him. Yeah. I'm gonna pull over here and park where I was at the other day and got yelled at for it by that other driver. Said I was a stupid imbecile or whatever the hell he said. I can't even remember what the hell he said now. Anyways. Which on a day like today, I could probably park at the pump and get away with it, but I mean, you see, every pump's empty. But I ain't gonna do that. I'll pull right up here. That way I'm out of everybody's way. People can still get through, you see that. Plenty of room. And reserve a shower. Alright, I'll get back with y'all. Well, I talked to that hurricane driver. He was telling me that, because I asked him about that rumor, if after 90 days they'll take you to Peterbilt and get you a new truck. He said no. He said everything you've seen that's been done on this truck was done right there at the yard. And he said after 90 days they'll put you in like a 579 like what I'm driving. They'll put you in one of these to start you out, and after you prove yourself, then they'll give you a hood. But you're not going to go in there and after 90 days automatically get a hood. And then you don't go to Peterbilt to get it. They got them right there on the yard. He said that truck that he's in, that's a loaner truck. That's one of the ones on the yard. That's a loaner truck. Because his truck is orange, I guess, because he's got an orange reefer. His reefer matches his truck. He's got an orange reefer. So, yeah. Anywho, that's it on that. Yep. Alright. Well, we're getting back on the big road. Between fueling and shower and everything, I was there for 54 minutes. That ain't too bad. Nope. Ugh. Alright. Oh, I'm still recording. Sorry about that, folks. Oh, shit. Got a big ass fly up in here. He's gone. It's one of them big ones with the big orange eyes. Like they fly around on cows and shit. I don't know where the hell he come from, but he's gone now. Anywho, alright, sorry about that. I'll get back with y'all. Yeah, I probably should have heated up my food before I left, because now I'm getting hungry. That's alright though. I did get my free Red Bull though. Now I got 2 in the refrigerator. Uh-oh. What we got going on up here? I see flashing lights. Well, they're not stopped. Anywho. Yeah, I'll get back to them. We come through Tuscaloosa. Yep. Uh-oh. Well, we got a construction zone coming up. Yep. back there behind me was a sheriff. Look at him in that gray pick-em-up truck. That's the sheriff. That's what they have out here in Alabama, gray and black trucks and SUVs. I ain't seen too many police cars, not out here on the highway anyhow. I'm sure they do on the city streets, they got cars, but out here on the highway, they're SUVs and trucks. Yeah. Anywho. Alright. Well, I'll get back with y'all, folks. Yeah, I was just looking for a rest area or something to stop and cook my food. They ain't no next rest area is all the way over here in Mississippi, and that one's closed. Last I went through there, that one was closed, so I think I'm gonna stop right here and heat up my food. I'm hungry. Well, I hope this exit gets right back on. I ain't never got off this exit, but I'm hoping it gets right back on. Yeah, looks like it does. I try not to park on the off-ramp if I can. Oh man, the on-ramp has got no parking signs. So yeah, the off-ramp don't. Back on up here. Why there ain't nobody coming? Alright, this is good for now. I'll get back with y'all in a few. Alright, folks. I don't know how much further I'm going today. I just stopped back there for, God, I don't even know how long I was stopped for. But yeah, we ain't even made it to Jackson yet. We're still 50 miles from there. And it's 10 after 2. So I don't know that I'm going to be in Dallas early in the morning to see the lights. Yeah. I still got 5 hours left on my clock. 7 hours away from Dallas. I mean, in all rights, I should be able to get about 2 hours away. But, yeah, I'm not feeling it today. But we'll see. I'll just keep plugging along this way and see what happens. Yep. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was a nice Pete. That was all stock. There wasn't nothing special about that one, but it's still nice. Yeah. We're coming into Jackson, folks. Yep. Guess I ought to slow down. But it's hard. Anywho, yeah. going. It's only 2:45. Still ain't decided where I'm gonna stop at today. Probably somewhere in the weekend. Yeah. I'll run to about 5:30. Then I'll stop wherever that gets me in. That's where it gets me. That's 2.5 to 3 hours. I got 4 hours and 45 minutes left on the clock. I already know I ain't running that all the way out. But anywho, it is what it is. Right up here is where all the big bumps start. Yeah, we've hit some bumps, but the big bumps start there, some of them. Yeah, right here. Ooh, man. It's ridiculous. They need to come on and get out of my way. Another big boat. Oh, I need to get over to the right lane. Yeah. I don't want to go 55 south. I gotta go 20 west. So I need to get over. Hopefully I got time. I think I do. I think I can. Yep. I made it. Alright. Y'all made it through Jackson with me. I'm already, oh God, starting to run out of storage. But alright. Yeah, I just went and deleted about 8 minutes worth of video so I can continue on today. Oh, now my phone gonna freeze up. Oh, just great. Here we are. Right here at the construction. You see, you got people, instead of merging, they haul ass to the front. Let me get in front of you. Anywho, we're 17 miles from the state line, folks. 17 miles. I'm still not sure whether I'm going to stop in Brayville or West Monroe or where the hell I'm stopping. Yeah, who knows? I might get a second wind here shortly and go all the way to into Texas. I got enough time to make it into Texas, but I don't know. I don't know. Anywho, I'll get back with y'all. Alright, folks. Yep, you see that dotted line? Yeah, that's Louisiana state line, and that is the Mississippi River, the mighty Mississippi. Yep, right around this corner here. Oh, Alrighty then. Alright. Here we are, folks. This is the Mississippi River. Yep. Look at that water flow down there. You can see it by the pylons how fast that water is moving. Well, I don't know what in the camera whether y'all can see that or not. But anywho, welcome to Louisiana, folks. Local time is 2:30. It is 94 degrees. Yep. We're cruising right along here. Oh boy. Alright, I'll get back with y'all in a bit. That's the green light, folks. Yep. We got the green light and the okay to bypass on the road. So we got two green lights. Yep. They are open. We got us a Snyder coming out of there. So yeah, they're open. I can't believe Snyder ain't got pre-pass. Or they got pre-pass, they just got a shitty CSA score, because that's what brings you in. That's what determines a green light or a red light a lot of times, is the CSA score. And that's where the company is, the scores are their safety rating. The CSA score is the safety rating for the company, and yeah. But anywho, alright, I'll get back with y'all. Alright, here we are, folks, going through what? Oh yeah, Rayville, Louisiana. Oh, I'm starting to feel rough again. Well, man. Anywho, alright, I'll get back with y'all. Hey, folks, we coming into Monroe. Yeah, this is Monroe. Oh, God. You know, I sit so much in this seat. I got a comfortable seat in this truck too. I got one of the Excalibur seats. You know, it's one of the high dollar seats. And it just, it's like I ain't got no cushion in the seat. The more I hit some of them bumps, I'm like, oh, that hurt. Yeah. But I guess that comes from 30 years of sitting on my ass driving truck. Yeah, I don't know. Anywho, we in Monroe. Big boat. Yep. Alright, I'll get back with y'all when we get downtown here. Alright, here we are downtown. Yep, there's the hospital. There's the parking garage. Right up here. We're gonna be on the Ouachita River. The Wahita, Ouachita. Anyhow, there's the river walk. Yep. And now we in West Monroe. hear the blurpies on that car that come by, that Mustang. He let off the gas and yeah, whatever. I've had my share of sports cars there. I've had 3 or 4 different Camaros. I've had Mustangs, and not one of them had loud exhaust on it. I like the quietness. It's a sleeper. Pull up there with quiet exhaust. Oh, wow, he just got a little motor. Yeah, you think that if you want to. Although my Mustang, it had the 4-cylinder in it, but it's the 4-cylinder. I mean, it was like an old police car. You know, the old, back in the day, state troopers had them Mustangs with the trunks on them there in Florida. They had the Mustang with the trunk. And I had one of those. Yep. Anywho, I think a 4 turbos was cool as a 4-cylinder turbo. But anywho, alright, well, we're coming out to Westman Road, the truck stop there. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going. It's 4:30 my time. Yeah, I feel like doo-doo, but I'm going to keep going. Lord. Mother one another. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry. Anywho. Yeah. Alright. Well, we're cruising right along, folks. Alright, folks. We're about 30 miles. Yep, 30 miles from where we're stopping. 33 miles. So we getting there. You know, you're riding along with your hazards on just to be speeding. Your hazards don't mean you. Which I've done it a couple times when my wife was in labor. I turned my hazards on and I hauled ass. Yeah. But that don't mean it's legal. But I see people doing it all the time. They turn their hazards on and they just haul ass. Or they turn their hazards on because it's raining and they go real slow. But the hazards really are only supposed to be when you're on the side of the road. That's what them are for, when you're broke down on the side of the road. But, anywho, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm holding my phone because the sun's beating down on the dash right now. And when I got it on the mount, every time I hit, that's why I'm in the left lane too, because there's these bumps. Everywhere there's a patch. See a patch? There in the right lane, everywhere there's a patch, there's a bump. And my phone done hit the floor 3 times. Like, what the hell with it? I'll just stay in the left lane. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, folks, we just got off our exit here. I'm sitting here at the light now waiting for it. If you made it this far, thanks for watching TTVE, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.